Hello, Borda. Good morning. This is Rhys, one of the 4 learning disability champions at Pembrokeshire, and I am here outside Cafe No. 5 in Haverfordwest, the Riverside Market. I'm here. It is like almost 20. Nope, it's exactly 12:30, and I'm about to try out a taster session at this place, which is also where the library of things and the repair cafe will be. I'm not the only one here as well. You can photobomb me now if you want to. Yeah, and it's my first time doing this thing, so yeah, gonna try some food for free and give some feedback, see what happens. Okay, so see you in a bit.
20 minutes later.
Okay, and we're back, and this is my first meal, the starter. This is the cowl, and I was gonna go for the lasagna. Unfortunately, didn't have those, but at least I get a cowl. This is a starting point. Cowl is good, although I admit it does look a bit thick. Right, Amir's like just gonna get started with I can. I'm gonna eat this anyway.
The next day.
Well, hello there. Change of scenery, I know. Me again, just a day later. I imagine that what little snippets didn't do much justice for the taster session I had at Caffé No. 5 yesterday. Basically, I was invited by my friend Gwyneth to try out the food at Cafe No. 5 at the Riverside Market at 12:30. Unfortunately, she couldn't be there. But I did have Mia and Lee from Pavs, someone else to share thoughts with on food. Okay. Basically, well, originally, Mia said, I had the choice, I could have a cowl, that was the soup of the day. And I was divided between that or having a lasagna, which was on their specials. And Mia is like, why not have both? Because it's free, So I did. Unfortunately, they didn't have any specials. They were lacking some things, like, for example, the all-day breakfast. And they also didn't have the lasagna or any of the day specials. So I had to have a panini instead. I picked a ham and broccoli panini. And unfortunately, they didn't have any ham, so we went for bacon instead. And here's the funny thing. Like, I had my cowl, and I like a good thick soup, but it wasn't. Sometimes if you get it too thick, when I was looking at it, it felt more like kind of the equivalent, more like a casserole with less water, if you think about it. It just felt like more like slush. It didn't look very watery or fluent. You can tell it's because if you're putting your fork or your spoon through it. You get the point. So they do need, whoever made the cowl needs to work on making it a bit more watery, less thick. Some people like it thick, but gotta have some wateriness to it as well. But that's like the weirdest thing about this meal yesterday was I was only like halfway through the cowl And then I had my my paninis, and then even wasn't even finished when I had my side of chips. This has never happened for, like, basically what happened was I had all of my meals before everyone else, and I felt like really bad for Lee and Mia. And so what we all came to the conclusion for feedback was that if you're gonna serve food to a table, make sure you get all the foods, all the meals for one table or one party at the same time. It's no point just one person, regardless of if you're starting off with a starter, make sure everyone gets their starters, then move on to your main and then your dessert and all that jazz. And yeah, that was my main feedback. What I liked about the place was there was quite a nice seating. Atmosphere was bright, felt welcoming. It didn't we didn't know though we had to sit at well, I kind of chose the comfy seats that we were sitting on. The only downside of that was we would have to reach across the table for our food. Luckily, Mia improvised using the little buffets we had underneath for trays. I don't know if that was ever intended, but yeah, food was okay overall. Service could be worked on and needs work, but then again, the people that were serving us today were new to the whole catering business. But my friends Lee Hind and Mia could give better feedback than me, but food is good. You do need to brush up on your cooking skills. That's all I can say. And but there is potential for Caffé No5. I don't want to see, and I just don't want to see that particular area get closed down again because it's not doing well in the catering departments, especially when you're using that area for. Sorry, where was I before I was really interrupted? Yeah, so need to work on the services and quality of the food. You can't just have something on your menu if one, you don't have the ingredients for it, and two, you're unable to make it of good quality. That's all I can say. Good atmosphere though. I haven't yet seen the library of things or the repair cafe, but I assume those will come into after once the cafe opens this Friday. So that's my feedback for now. All right, this is Rhys. I first have a Vblog, kind of. I could do working on it, but hey, you gotta try these things. All right, signing out. Bye.